Alright, boys and girls, this is Miss M. I know, it's been a while, so I figured I have some of these sketch boxes laying around. I haven't had a chance to do them earlier, and then I was working on some other artwork, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what I got in here. So, this is a watercolor canvas. So it's cotton, acid-free. So this is for all water-based paint. It's rigid, that means it's like cardboard, and non-warping. So when it gets wet, you know how like when we're doing our watercolors, it ends up crinkling our paper? This will not be a problem. That's the thing number one. And here's a cool little card to tell me what's in there. And I believe this is artwork. Artwork for one of the artists did from Sketchbox. So let me put that aside. So that's the first thing. That's this. We have a nice marker. I love these markers. Nice fine point marker. Boom. Super fine. For doing super fine stuff. Keep the cap on that, Miss M, so it doesn't dry out. What is this? Oh, Faber-Castell. And this is a watercolor marker? What? The thing has brush tip. Oh, and a bullet point. So, bullet point, traditional marker type point, brush tip is flexible. Now, I have other brush markers. So this one's kind of firm, but it might get softer as time goes on. This is also a brush pen, Ecoline. Never heard of them. And another brush. So notice there's the tip. I know, I'm such a weirdo. Got another brush. I love getting paintbrushes. This is one of the reasons why I pay for this. Paintbrushes are expensive. That's just me, and I'm an artist. So this is a nice number 2 brush. I like thin brushes. This is alright, this one is ultramarine blue. So here's like a little square of watercolor. Cascade green. Light yellow light. I don't know. I never heard of this brand. Daniel Smith Extra Fine Hand Poured Watercolor half pans. These are half pans. So a full pan would be two of these together would be a full pan. You can put them into different boxes. I don't happen to have one open. All my watercolor boxes. Oh, and a sticker, because you can never have too many stickers. I'm gonna put this back in the box. So now, this is the unveiling part of the video. This is where I look at the things in the box. So now I'm going to take these things and I want to test them. And then I am going to put them, I'm going to test them right on this stuff. So I have a nice white sheet of paper here. So let's take a look at this marker. So this is our watercolor marker. So I'm going to assume that this is a water-based marker. So that's the bullet point, and this is the brush. So it works like a brush, and you can layer the watercolor. And I will say that this particular paper is like the paper that we had. This is the paper from school, I'm not even gonna lie. And it starts to, you know how like the paper starts to come up and make those little nasty balls? Yeah, that's what happened. Like the paper starts coming apart. Here's our extra fine marker. Extra fine. This is the other, okay, I just used this brush marker, and this is a nicer one. Let's take a second look at this. This is a brush pen, concentrated it says. Doesn't tell you what kind of stuff it is. I'm assuming it's water-based because that seems to be the theme. Now I have these pans. I'm gonna have to buy myself a palette to put these in, because or maybe I'll send them off to somebody. There's some students I need to send some stuff off to because they did their work. Maybe you'll get some watercolor pens. I do have a lot of watercolors. I love watercolors. But even though I love watercolors, I can only have so many. I mean, at some point I have to say enough's enough. Only got this, I have a tiny studio, so it's like, how much stuff can I keep in my studio? Check this out. Check this out. Ooh, I love when you get a brush and you pull this part off and you're like, it's so nice and pointy. And I'm gonna, I'm gonna assume this is for watercolors. And I love watercolors. I just love watercolors. So, need water for the watercolors. Water. And some paper towels. Paper towels. And a little bit of watercolor. So I'm going to test out my brush. Here's the yellow. Here's the yellow. Okay, it's a nice yellow. Yellow. Check out the green. I always work with 2 containers of water when I do watercolors. I love the green. And the ultramarine. So now I have to figure out, well, that's not a bad color. Things I don't like that this thing's gonna pop out, but maybe these 2 are in really good. This one, not so much. Apparently it dried up a lot when they made it. All right, so now I need to make a drawing. I have a limited palette. This is my palette. This is what I'm drawing on. What to draw. That's going to be my next video. All right, guys. I'm going to think about this, and I'm going to have a sample done for the next video.